Hola amigos de Wine News TV Puerto Rico, me encuentro una vez más en Bespoke, aquí by Hungaricum, de nuestro amigo Rey Reyes y su esposa Diana, y hoy vamos a probar una champaña que de la mano de Rey, de la mano de Bespoke, ha hecho mucho ruido positivo aquí en Puerto Rico. Besserat de Bellefon. Did I say it okay? Did I say it wrong?
Perfecto.
We're with Anthony Soudidier. How do you pronounce your last name?
Soudidier.
Soudidier.
Well, it's good. It's
Frenchman.
okay. Yeah,
Winners of the World Cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, how are you? Good to have you on the show today.
Thanks for your time.
So, you came in when 2 days ago? You got into Puerto
exactly.
Rico?
I arrived on Friday, so
Friday?
4 days ago. Yeah.
And you had a great event where you guys sort of presented the new label, the new sort of bottles to the market.
Yeah, it was great. We did a party on a rooftop here in Puerto Rico, in San Juan. The idea was to launch our new identity here in Puerto Rico. I will explain after, but this year, 2019, is very important year for us, for Besserat de Bellefon, because we have made a revival of the brand. We have changed all the image, all the marketing, communication tools. We didn't change the wine.
Yeah, I saw some pictures. I saw some pictures, and it looked as a beautiful event. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about, for our viewers out there and those who follow us on social media and our channel, a little bit about this champagne house.
Yeah, for sure. So Besserat de Bellefon is a whole champagne house. Was born in 1843 in a little village of Haï. So since the beginning, it was a champagne house dedicated to gastronomy, to high gastronomy, for food pairing. It's a champagne made with a very specific process of low pressure that makes our champagne with a very fine bubble, very fresh effervescence, light effervescence, a lot of vivacity, acidity, and these things make that we are very well placed for food pairing. So we are very known today in France for our gastronomy, high gastronomy. We used to work a lot with chefs as a pairing menu, etc.
And you guys are the brand of the Louvre Museum,
yeah, exactly.
Right?
We are the brand of the Louvre,
well known,
Musée d'Orsay, exactly.
So it's the champagne of choice of the Mona Lisa.
Exactly. we can more or less say that, but we are very French in the spirit. We have started the exportation around 7 years ago. So we are quite new abroad, France. So we are mostly known in France, but step by step we are growing. Today we do around 700,000 bottles. Around 60% are made in France, 40% in exportation. So it's a good
60% is consumed locally in France, and 40 exported.
Exactly.
How many countries more or less are you guys
around
in?
70.
70 or 70?
70.
Oh my God, that's a large number.
Yeah, we did a good job. So
you guys do a good job, for sure.
A lot of little markets, so it's mainly 40, but we have small market everywhere, so we are very
let me tell you, you guys are very well represented here in Puerto Rico by Bespoke, by Hungaricum. Ray always promotes this brand, and I know he has a lot of customers, you know, all sorts of consumers who really enjoy this champagnes. All right, so we have 3 champagnes we're going to taste today. We're going to start from right to left, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so we have on this glass to the right, and cheers.
Cheers,
and welcome to Puerto Rico. What can you tell me about this first bottle?
So this one is our Brut non-vintage, so that means it's a blend of years. You know, in Champagne, every year we keep juices to make reserve wine. Okay, this is how we manage to do the same wine, same Champagne years after year. So we blend 1 year of harvest on reserve wine, old wine. So here you have 40% of reserve wine, old wine, on 60% of the harvest 2014. So it's already an old wine. Okay. It's blended with 3 grape variety, mainly Pinot Meunier, 45%. There is 35% of Chardonnay and 20 Pinot Noir.
All right.
So 3 grape varieties, the 3 grape variety of Champagne.
I love how complex it is. I mean, on the nose, it's has this delicious, obviously, bakery, brioche, and notes of pears, green apples.
Pears, apricot a bit. You have something very fresh, very
white
dynamic.
bone fruit.
Yeah. We try to do something very generous and something able to pair with a lot of dishes, you know, for cocktail, etc.
Yeah, it's well made. Obviously has this delicious sort of salty bitterness that cleans the palate. You know, and it helps to refresh, and definitely it's very easy to drink. It doesn't feel heavy or alcoholic. It feels, you know, Very, very light, very agile on the palate. Very good.
This is exactly what you said, is exactly what we are looking for. Okay, we don't do the malolactic fermentation, so we keep the original acidity of the grapes to give more freshness, more vivacity. We want it to be simple to drink, simple to understand. I will talk about the revolution we did this year, but we are focusing on this idea of simplicity. And we do think that elegance is in the simplicity, and this is how we do our champagne. Okay?
And in terms of wine food pairings, let's say that one of our viewers out there comes to Bespoke, the store, and buys this bottle. What would you pair this with?
With this one?
In terms of food, let's say I show up to your house and I say, all right, Anthony, what are we going to pair this with? What are we going to drink?
There is so much to pair with this champagne, but I would say, today I was in a Japanese food and it was perfect with a salmon.
Salmon.
Yes, with the salmon, with tataki and everything, with the tartare will be perfect.
Also as an aperitif to start the night.
Yeah, exactly. But it can, for example, it can be perfect also with some Asian food, with some name. It's so generous champagne that it can pair with a lot of dishes.
It's very good, and it changes. I mean, it smells a little different now. It keeps opening up. It's floral. It has this sort of chalky mineral component that I'm really, really enjoying.
Yes, thank you for that.
Let's go to the rosé, the preferred champagne of the ladies. My wife loves this one.
Depend of the ladies,
Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful ladies in Puerto Rico, by the way.
Yeah.
So what do you get here on this note?
So this is more or less the same blending as the Brut, but with more Pinot Noir, because we add 20% of red wine in Pinot Noir from Champagne.
I'm getting a bit more of red fruit here than the first one. A little bit more of
much more. This is due to the Pinot Noir. So you have a lot of marmalade, a lot of black currants.
Exactly.
You can see on the color. It's a salmon champagne.
It's a beautiful, elegant color.
So it has a very beautiful color, salmon, beautiful character. So we call it joie de vivre. It's full.
The joy of being alive.
Exactly. Yeah. It's full of happiness, full of life.
This is delicious. I'm getting cranberry. I'm getting a little bit of tea. It's got the tannin from the Pinot Noir, and it's got the amplitude. It's generous. It's not big, but it does have a little bit more weight than the first one.
Exactly.
Long finish. Very gracious, very elegant. I mean, I'm getting lots of red fruits. Red apple. Here is green apple. A little bit of red apple here.
Exactly. We have a lot of marmalade. Marmalade. You can feel this a bit compote fruit, also a lot of these aromas.
A little bit of cherries, a little bit of red cherries.
Yeah, we have it. And it's you have beautiful acidity also. It's acidulates.
That's what makes it a great food champagne.
Yeah,
to pair with food.
You have understood everything.
With this one, I would go as far as perhaps even pairing it with a white pork, like white meat, something that's charred. I mean, it can definitely withstand something a little heavier than this one. What do you like to pair rosés with typically?
For sure, this rosé will be perfect with a red fruit dessert, 100% sure, with no doubt. Okay. But it will also be, for me, wonderful on a foie gras, for example.
Foie gras.
I had this experience one day to drink it with foie gras, and it was awesome because this side marmalade, etc. goes perfect with foie gras. I often go to Spain, so I'm lucky. I'm eating Ramon Iberico.
Yes.
Y el Ramon con eso.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of Spanish reps and from different bodegas that the best pairing for jamón is bubbles. Whether it's champagne, cava, or sparkling wine. So you validate that once again. Let's go to the Blanc de Blancs.
Okay.
Tell me about this. This is the piece de résistance?
Exactly.
From this tree? Okay.
Exactly.
Let's go.
This is our flagship. The Blanc de Blanc is 100% Grand Cru. Okay, so it's exceptional. You have the 6 villages over the 6 in Champagne, classified Grand Cru. So this is the best grapes of Champagne.
This is amazing. I mean, this nose is so elegant, ethereal.
a lot of people knows Besserat de Bellefon for its Blanc de Blanc.
For its Blanc de Blanc.
I'm not objective, you're right, but it's one of the best Blanc de Blanc today into the market, you know?
It's the nose is so elegant. It's restrained. It's not explosive, but it's mineral concentrated. You smell a little bit of. Again, it's this nuttiness, this note of I don't know if it's almonds or it's something nutty I'm getting here. A little bit of honey, white honey, a little bit of
exactly. You have some acacia nuts also, some flower nuts.
Floral notes as well, for sure.
You are very close to some white wine of Bourgogne, of Burgundy. You are very close to that in terms of opulence, amplitude. You can feel this creamy sensation. This is very typical from our style, what we want to develop. This creamy, this light effervescence. So it takes a lot of room into your mouth, it stays long, it's very persistent. You have this beautiful acidity which comes here into the mouth.
And makes you want to eat something like that tip of the tongue keeps them salivating. I mean, very nice Blanc de Blancs for sure. And one of the good things about this champagne house is that you've kept very reasonable prices, you know, in terms of accessibility
we try
for
to
consumers.
Comparing to the qualities, to the work we do, you know, our full range is mainly Grand Cru, Premier Cru, so we have a very strict selection of grapes. We age a lot our wine, minimum 3 years for our bruts. Our Blanc de Blanc is vintage 2012, so it's already an old wine. We do
this is a 2012?
Yeah, it's not written on the label, but it's mainly 2012, so it's an old wine. Yeah.
But it's very much alive, and it has that, as obviously they develop in the bottle, and as they age, they become a little bit more sort of complex and a little bit more resolved. This is a spectacular Blanc de Blancs for sure.
Thank you very much.
This is a wine to enjoy. I definitely get here that joie de vivre. How do you say it?
Joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre. The joy of being alive.
This one we call it haute couture. You know.
What does that mean?
Haute couture, it's like.
Oh, alta costura.
Exactamente. So it's like a French ballet with violence, dancing, etc. You feel it like porcelain, something very sensitive.
They're lean. They're very well tailored. They all have this architecture. Nothing here is disjointed. I've really enjoyed this last two very much. In terms of Puerto Rico, I always ask my guests about, you know, the island as a destination for wine representatives, for the bodegas, the champagne houses. What do you make of the Puerto Rican market, the Puerto Rican consumer?
It's wonderful, you know. It's the third time I come here in Puerto Rico to work with Bespoke. You know, we start working with them since 4 years, and I can see every year the difference. I can see that people are evaluating very fastly. There is a huge amount of connoisseur and people that knows well wine here in Puerto Rico. I'm impressive about that.
So it's a high level consumer.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's you know, there is a good representation of French wine. There's beautiful brand of champagne also, and there is a wonderful representation of.
And it's a nice spot in the world to visit. Like, I mean, when they tell you at your job, your boss, hey, you got to go to Puerto Rico, you don't complain.
I go because I have to go, but you know,
you don't complain.
No, it's wonderful, and people are so nice, so welcoming here. It's crazy. Every time I come here, it's
Puerto Ricans tend to be like that.
About that,
Let me tell you something, and this is before we wrap up. In terms of our weather, just because we are a tropical island, the Caribbean, I think the champagne is made to be enjoyed in this type of weather. It refreshes you, it pairs well with food. We got a lot of influence from, obviously, Spanish type of food. We tend to eat salty stuff. This helps to clean the palate. We obviously have some local dishes that sort of have a lot of spices, a lot of herbs. So this definitely helps to clean the palate. This has been a great interview. Anthony, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I'm very impressed with the quality of these champagnes, and for the price, I mean, they deliver a very good bang for the buck, as they say in English. Amigos, he disfrutado mucho esta entrevista. Una vez más, muchas gracias a Rey y a Diana. Hemos hecho esta entrevista aquí en Bespoke. Ya es la segunda vez que me toca venir al nuevo almacén que tienen aquí en el sector Bechara. cerca de Handlebar, un negocio muy conocido aquí. Muy buenas champañas, las tres. Hemos probado un Blanc de Blancs espectacular, un rosé, y el primero fue, this is a Brut, right?
Exactly.
A Brut.
Good
So
knowledge.
Anthony, let's wrap this up.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Muchas
Salud.
gracias. Merci
Gracias
beaucoup.
a ti. Salud, será hasta la próxima. No se olviden suscribirse a nuestro canal WNTV PR. Le dan subscribe al botón abajo a la izquierda y reciben todo nuestro contenido. Adiós.
Adios.